Marky. Marky. Where are you going? Where are you going, you little rascal? Come on. Hello, good evening. You're all very welcome. Good night. Hello. Good afternoon. Settle down. Keep quiet. Calm yourselves. Tonight, a show jam-packed with such entertaining material that I'm almost frightened to foist it upon you. We've got the joke line, the brain strain, the 60 seconds of fame, opportunities for prizes to be won, unsuspecting innocent people in the audience who are going to be our contestants. Speaking of such, there are a number of people from Navan who might be interested in this rather old piece of wedding video. Let's have a look.
She's been good, she's been kind, she's been nice. She used to be a snob when she was reading books.
A bossy Eric, yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Unbelievable. Mother number 2.
Are the Fitzpatricks with us? Are the Fitzpatrick boys with us? Come on down, Mark and Barry Fitzpatrick. Come on, let's have you. Gentlemen, come on over here, turn around. Who's who? Who's who?
I'm Barry.
Barry, all right. Quick little bit of biography there. Tell us about yourself very quickly.
Age 28, married to Neve, 1 kid and 1 on the way.
All right, well done. All his own work.
I'm Mark.
You're Mark.
Age 24, and none of those.
And no children.
No children.
Who do you reckon set you up tonight?
Some of those.
Yeah. Well, boys, can I just explain to you what's happened here? Over the last, I think, well, 26, 28 years, you have been a burden to your family and your friends. You have caused consternation, upset, sorrow, and anxiety in your community. Tonight, they get their revenge. But you know something? It's hard to figure out what to do with guys like you. So we went out and we asked the residents of Ryantown for their suggestions. Let's have a listen.
They should juggle with duck eggs while singing the national anthem.
I think that they should do the can-can a million times in a leather miniskirt.
Right, I love Jerry Ryan 5,000 times on Diamond Strand.
We should sing Olay, Olay, Olay and kick the football up and down on College Street.
We should clean up after the Ryantown audience.
Make breakfast in bed for the person they love most till the year 2000.
They should look like a mummy, dress like a mummy and act like a mummy.
Well, gentlemen, any preferences? What do you fancy?
Wouldn't mind making myself breakfast for a long while.
Making yourself breakfast? No, I think they were suggesting somebody else actually
right.
there. What about you?
Oh, dress like a mummy, that wouldn't
Dress like a mummy, my own sentiments entirely. Now, you are not only going to dress like a mummy, but we're going to delve back into ancient Egypt. We are going to relive the days of the pharaohs. We shall trip once again up the Nile. Yes, my friends, at enormous expense, we will remake Cleopatra. We've got the barge, we've got the sarcophagi, we've got the sand, we've got the bandages. It's all waiting you backstage. Fitzpatrick boys, take a left and off you go. Wait until you see what we have in store for them. Middle life and afterlife. Life, of course, ending with death. Slightly obvious, I will admit. This must be followed by the embalming process, which I will explain in just a moment. Would you please welcome back the Fitzpatricks? Barry and Mark. Could you give us a bit of a twirl just so that we can see what you look like? Again. Don't they look absolutely... Boys, I was in the midst there of a historical lesson. You see, we're looking at the 3 phases of the aristocrat's life in ancient Egypt. of course, which you're familiar with.
Very familiar, yeah.
Life, middle life, and afterlife. When they died, they took out the internal organs. These were filled with wax and placed in a separate cylinder for burial in the pyramid, in the prospect that in the afterlife they would rise once again. But of course, in preparation for burial, many were employed, the mummers, who lived in a separate society. But you're going to give them a little bit of extra help tonight. In order for the bandages to be applied, the sacred liniment must cover your entire body. Mr. Gong, who rather inaccurately is dressed in a Roman emperor's outfit, but looking well all the same, he will be timing you because you have 30 seconds to cover yourself in this Upper Nile silt, which we have imported at enormous expense to cover your entire body. So you have 30 seconds to do so. Whoever covers themselves with the greatest efficiency will be the winner. 30 seconds, step inside. 30 seconds standing along. Go! The more you cover yourself with it, the better the bandages will work. Very good. Excellent. They certainly seem to have the basic idea there. It's the Tutankhamun twins. Don't they look well? I have to say, it's impossible to say one is better than the other. I declare a draw. Gentlemen, maintain your composure. Don't they look like the aliens? Look. I have brought along these ancient Egyptian Wellingtons for you to place your feet into so that you may leave for the embalming room without destroying the studio. Place your ancient Egyptian feet into those Wellingtons. Lovely, lovely work indeed. Now, all that hard effort will be rewarded when we get to the bandage wrapping section of the game. Well done. I think a round of applause is deserved. All right, my friends, weren't they lovely? Wasn't that lovely? Yes, indeed. And anybody who'd like to try that at home, I'll send you out the formula. Now, it's Egyptology, aren't you?
I have been watching it.
Yes, indeed. How's your anthropological interest
my knowledge
in
of the Far East,
yes, is it
lacking to say the least. But let's make it up as we go along.
Yeah, let's make it up as we go along.
I do it for the rest of the year.
An
I don't think my tonight should be any different.
Could we please welcome back the Fitzpatrick brothers? Gentlemen, you're looking fine and well. Fitz. This is Pat O'Mahony of Head to Toe. Well, Pat, what do you think? Do you think the Egyptologist look will catch on this year?
I saw the splashing around earlier. It was wonderful. Yeah. A lot to recommend it.
It's a grunge look with an extra bit of grunge, really.
Yeah, well, Yves Saint Laurent has been on to me on the phone. He said, could he copy it? And I said, fire away.
So, yeah. I can perfectly understand.
Cut in for 10%.
Now, we're going to involve ourselves in phase 2, the middle world, the middle life, right? And that's the section where you lie in waiting for the afterlife. During this time, you would be buried with members of your family household, servants, pets, and anything else we might have.
Bit of jewellery. Bit of jewellery would be.
A bit of jewellery would be good idea. Now we'll need two assistants from the audience, please. I've already picked them. Ladies, please come this way. Object of the exercise will be, in preparation for burial, to completely encase these guys in the sacred bandages, right? You choose your man, right? I have the little one. You look the little one, will you? All right. How long have we got for this? 40 seconds to encase the boys in their bandages, starting from now. Good boy, Murphy, good boy. I'd work on the legs now directly after this if I was you. I'd work on the legs. Work on the legs. Now, I want their legs bandaged together at the knees. At the knees. Very good, yeah. Now, I want the legs bandaged together at the knees. Obviously, they don't do this in your local craft club, girls. Anyway, there's no doubt about that.
She's a nurse.
She's a nurse, is she?
Who's a nurse?
Pat, I'm at a complete loss here as to how to actually package this one, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be relying on
Fast
either of these
decision.
two to... I think there's slightly more on here.
Yep, slightly more on there. Well done. I tell you what we'll do, boys. While I'm getting on with the rest of the show, I'll leave the girls to finish off the bandaging with you, okay? Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the joke line! Flow with the denim jacket. Broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the... Did you? You didn't tell me that. Now, of course, we've been going through a completely historically correct version of old ancient Egypt tonight, haven't we? Yes. We have the early life, the middle life, and indeed the afterlife. We have bandaged our boys. The Fitzpatricks are now ready to rise again. Because that's the way that... I'm trying to explain this, Pat.
He likes me, he likes me.
The reason that
you.
Pharaoh got himself wrapped up so well was that he was hoping he was going to come back. And that's exactly what's going to happen tonight. But when he came back, what was he going to do? He was going to have to prove to all of us that he was actually worth partying with, wasn't he? Yes? Yes. So let's see. Mark and Barry Fitzpatrick, both the princes of the house of King Nicky Nacky Nuna Nick Nack Nick Nick Nick.
Two princes, huh?
Yes. Gentlemen, in honor of great King Tut and all of those who've been incarcerated over the millennia, it is now your sacred obligation. It is now your sacred obligation to do justice to the various dynasties that you both represent. You must now prove that you can walk like, talk like, stalk like an Egyptian in 30 seconds. We have one or two audience members, please, to help us. She's protected. Your bandage. Try and keep your bandage up, love, will you?
Sorry.
I have to say I'm very disappointed in you. I was hoping for something much more culturally significant.
I mean, no, please, Pat, you have a lot of experience. You've watched people wearing more bizarre creations than this. Walk up and down the catwalk, and I've seen Barbara, I've heard her go, isn't that fabulous? Everybody will be wearing that in Guatemala this year. I mean, please try and give some sort of appreciation of it.
What I like about Barry's is that it's actually still on.
Yes. That will do. Barry's is still on. It's extraordinary the way life can actually work out, isn't
it? Simple. Keep it simple.
Those simple words, actually, Barry, have won you tonight's competition. Congratulations. Well done. Now listen. Listen, hold on a second. Unfortunately, with winners, there are also losers.
No one told me.
So what's the suggestion? What will we do with them? Well, the residents of Ryantown usually have a fairly good idea. Let's hear them.
Punishment chamber.
Punishment chamber.
Punishment chamber.
The punishment chamber.
Punishment chamber.
The punishment chamber.
Well, Mark and Barry, may I first of all compliment you on a sporting performance. Didn't they do well? Lads, you may feel aggrieved of the kind of treatment that was dished out to you this evening. Mind you, there's a weekend with each of your respective partners in the Castle Hotel in Macroom, County Cork, when you come out of this extent. In the meantime, fair residents of Ryantown, until next Saturday night, it's time for the punishment chamber.